market will also reacted from, right? How do you know that this is the zone that market is reacting from? You can see, right? Reaction, 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 reaction. Now, key levels, right? This I call it key levels, right? I just call it a zone. Why do I call it a zone? Because you know that it's not only a support zone, because in this it was a support zone here. It can also be a resistance zone because if you go to the past, you see that market has been reacting from there. Do you understand? So now we have already engaged ourselves to focus on a particular what, a particular area. Do you get me? So now yeah, I ask the question: if this EURUSD look above this area that we're focusing on, where will EURUSD start reacting from on the weekly time frame? It's going to go and react from here, probably this zone. Can you see this zone? Why? Because we have 1, 2, and 3. Do you understand? So we're not really focused on that zone for now. We're focused on what market is doing. Should I tell what I just finished doing? I just finished giving you a point of an area where you should focus on. Do you understand? We have already given ourselves areas where we should focus on. Now, what do we now do? We now go to the daily time frame. So instead of you to now go and be looking at the past, look for no, you don't do that. You're not meant to focus on what market is currently giving you. Can you see? We have already lasered our focus to a what? To a zone, right? To an area whereby okay, we are meant to focus on taking our trades on. Now, on the daily again, too, we can also use our day to do what smart part our support and resistance, right? You can see that this is a level of what? This is a key level. How is it a key level, David? You might ask. We have what? Resistance, support, resistance, support. Let's go to the back. Support, resistance, support, resistance, resistance. You know this. You guys are seeing it, Abby. You guys are seeing it. Please, can you just type
Yes.
W's in the chat?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can
Just type
see it.
W's in the chat. All right, that's good. Now we have already zoned our what? Our place where we're going to be looking out for. So this is what I just used the daily and the what do they call it? The daily and the weekly time frame for. You don't need to go to monthly, bro. You are not a fucking swing trader. If you dey go monthly, do you know how many exactly you get that kind of stuff? So going to the monthly, I feel like you're overdoing it. So now we're already in the daily time frame. And thank God for the weekly, we have already covered upwards places whereby markets was rejecting from. Very simple. Now we're now going to go to the 4 hour. Now, why are we going to the 4 hour? Very, very simple. I literally go to the 4 hour to do what? To map out my words. The person that said if you are recording, please Kosi is already recording, so Kosi will drop it in the group. Right? Now look at something. What was I doing when you see when market was in this zone? What was I doing? Because on the 4 hour time frame, this is a resistance zone. Let's do a recap of my trades, right? So this is a 1 to 19 hour trade, right? When market was here, I was not looking for sales, even though this was a even resistance zone. I was not looking for sales. Why was I not looking for sales? Simply because market is bullish and it has not got to my zone whereby I can expect a rejection from. And can you see what later happened? Market rejected from that zone, came back to come and tap this POI that I said, and it was continue buying, give me this 19-hour trade. What happened again? Market broke above a key level. So you should know any retracement safe on that key level, which is break and retest. You can even take a trade without even looking for your confidence or anything, which gave me this 17.42 hour trade. I spotted the structure here to take this trade. Continuing again the trend. Now you can see that this is the next key zone I'll be looking to buy market to. And what was I doing? Was I looking for sales? Never. I was looking for buys, right? Because when market got there rejected and market came to come and tap this zone. Notice something. If you have a zone plotted out and market has reached your resistance or your support, market to come and tap a zone that is untapped or a structure that is untapped. And that's what market simply came to come and do here. It tapped this zone, giving me a 26.94 RR trade. Broke above again. Remember, I said break and retest. So you can even take a trade from here, a long from here to do what? To go to the next zone. I could not really see an opportunity here. Do you understand? Now, market changed its direction, right? From being bullish to being bearish for a short amount of time. Do you understand? Which allowed me to do what? Maximize some trades that I took here. So this is a 1 to 10 and this is a 1 to 26. My minimum RR is 1 to 10. If it's not 1 to 10, I'm not interested. That is how you know you are taking quality trades. Do you get me? Good. Now take a look at this one too. Market got to this key level. I started looking for buys. I bought here 1 to 11. I bought here again 7.6, right? That means it's going to be 10 because I always target 10 no matter what. 10 RR, right? Got here again, you can see market face rejection from this zone, started selling again, giving me this 1 to 21 RR. Got here again, market started from this zone again, look for a double break of structure, which was what happened here. Took this buy 1 to, it's always a 1 to 10. I know what I'm saying. 1 to 10, exactly. 1 to 10 RR. You can see market was previously consolidating. It later tapped this our so yeah, and did what? Gave us a buy 1 to 13. So it's very, very simple. Identify directional bias is very, very, very simple. Let me come and show you one trade also took last week to this level whereby it has to resist from. Right? Do you understand? We are traders that trade off reaction. We don't just trade because market is giving us something. Trade off reaction. If you trade off reaction, I'm telling you, bro, your win rate will increase by a lot. Look at something now. A 5 minutes market structure shift. One person was telling me on the group today that blah blah blah. I don't take trades on. Bro, if you know what you are doing, you feel even go ask Kosi. Don't I take trades on 3 minutes time frame?
Yes, you do know.
Yes, I do. I do take matches on 3. Even Kofi was even confused that, bro, how far? How they always catch all these things? Bro, you have to know what you are doing. It's very, very simple. See, a market structure shift, inducement liquidity, my unmitigated breaker block, I'm sorry, other block. And you can see, once market tapped, it immediately respected it. 17 RR. So if you reach 1,000, you're gaining $17,000 from this trade. And I'm sure that a lot of people, right? A lot of people, because I know that if you go see, is this not a double break of structure here? Can you see? This is not a beautiful double break of structure. Let's even go to the 30-minute time frame for you to show how valid what I was saying is. Can you see that this is a very beautiful double break of structure here? In this liquidity, we are here. Can you see? So if you don't know directional bias and you are ending on the wrong side of the trend, right? You are going to take losses, back-to-back losses. And where did I target? I target this draw of liquidity, this final liquidity that I made. That is the same thing that is happening on BTC. But if people are saying BTC is buying, BTC, yes, I know BTC is an uptrend, but it has to retest to a level. Markets cannot just keep fueling to buy. Sellers have to enter the market at some point in time to push price down to go and tap a structure. That's what I've been trying to say since. That you people, a lot of people were buying BTC at that wrong zone. Even a lot of people are still buying BTC now, which I'm not going to complain, but let market do what it has to do. So you understand? So going back, right, on our 4-hour time frame, what I just do on the 4 hour is very simple. I mark out zones whereby I know that markets can, reject and retest from. Do you understand? So for example, now take a look at this. I was analyzing this pair with somebody on I can drop the screenshots on the group. I perfectly told him that when markets get to this breaker block that is here, it will immediately reject. And it's paining me that I could not take this trade because I was not available. Because the person too had issues with directional bias. You can see. So on the 4 hour time frame, you can use 4 hour to do mark out your zones, like your POI, because markets also rejects from POI too. You can use that to know your take profits and stuff like that too. Maybe there's a structure near there, you can take it. Am I making sense, guys?
Yes. But
All
the
right,
problem here
good.
is, the problem here is the rejection is the how can we get them? How to
The
mark
what?
that? How can we mark zones that what my price might react from? How can we know that?
I've
Okay,
already
this
showed you now. That's what I just finished doing.
yes, but
You go to your what? You first go to your weekly. Look for zones are just simply support and resistance. You don't focus on the current market structure. You focus on what has been happening first. Well, the first thing you first do, because you know that markets always react from somewhere. For example, now this is a reaction here. So you want to map out this place. Okay, where did market reject was reacting from? And it's very clear. Market was reacting from here. And you can see support, resistance, support. The reason why it still support is because of one major thing here. This one that even because there might be one structure here and this is liquidity. So this is still support. Do you get? But this weekly is just what for us to pin down where we are going to focus on. Then we're now going to go to the daily to do what? To map out, to also check for structure. So, and you can see what I was saying. You can see that this is not the first time the market has been rejecting from this zone here. This is, this is the how many time now? And you know what are the rules of support and resistance? Sell from where? The third what? The third touch. Can you see? 1, 2, 3. So basically, we are meant to sell from here. And how do you know that? See, Euro US is going to sell probably next week. Let me show you why. Look at something. The reaction from this place gave us a what? No be bearish engulfing candle be this. Fine, market is bullish, we understand. But look at something. Probably there's a zone here that market has to still come and tap before it starts buying again. Do you understand? Exactly. So reaction is very simple, right? Your reaction is what has happened in the past. That's just it. For example, now this one I could also say, okay, we should have sold Euro USD here was because of what? This breaker, this other block here too. So you can see what I'm saying. It's even clear on the daily time frame because there's a zone here on the daily too. Except for, imagine having a other block in a resistance zone level. That should show you how that resistance zone is going to be strong. And what basically happened here, when markets cleared all this liquidity, it tapped this zone and it sold for 2 days. Even though fine, market overall on Euro USD is bullish, but you have to know when to stop buying and when to start selling, and when to stop selling and when to start buying. Can you see? It's very simple. It's not hard. Now let's go to another pair, right? Let's see BTC. Let's see what BTC is saying. All right. So on BTC USD, no, let's go to before we'll do 3 pairs today. All right. Let's go to GU. So this is GBPUSD, right? Now on the GU, we are going to weekly first to see what market is saying. Because you want to learn how to be able to talk with the market, right? You want to learn how to be able to conversate with the market. Because if you can't do that, bro, you are not really trading to me. You're just like gambling. So this now look at something. This is what you first see, right? You know, okay, this is a point whereby market rejected from. Let me mark it out. Let me now go and see where market was rejecting from. And can you see? You see? Resistance, 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 support. Scroll again. Support. Scroll again. Support. This is what Tony Ike is using. I'm not like to all of you. Yes. He will tell you that okay, map. Yes, it's okay. You can also map from the 4 hour, but bro, it starts from the weekly time frame. Don't allow anybody to lie to anybody here. From the weekly, your mentors won't tell you everything. Let me just put it like that. Let me just put it like that. So you can see market was rejecting from what this zone here. So we have a very good strong resistance zone whereby okay, if market get there, we should be expecting market to reject. Right? Now, we also now want to look for a support zone so that we can zone in to where we're focusing on. Right? This is a support zone. How is this a support zone, David? Was it not broken here? Fine, you can say it was broken, but look at something. After market broke this support, you can see that there's a wick that rejected it here. So this is 1, this is 2, this is a resistance, support, resistance. I'm sorry, support, resistance, and resistance. Scroll again, resistance, support, resistance. So can you see? Can you guys see? I hope it's becoming clear. Now we've already done our job on the daily now, on the weekly rather. What did we do? We just wanted to zone in so that we can have more focus on where to concentrate on. Very simple. That's just oh my god. That's just it. Then we'll now go to the what? The daily time frame to look for more zones whereby markets can more yeah. Now, if you go to the daily, you also see that this is a what here? A resistance zone. Why is this a resistance zone? Because what markets rejected how many times? Remember, it must be minimum of 2. So this is 1, 2. So we could have even bought here. Normal support and resistance move. Rejection, 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 rejection. So can you guys see? It's not hard. right? So this is the area of support too, right? We now want to do what again? Look for the nearest area of resistance. And as you can see, what is this here? A resistance zone where market is doing what? Reacting from. Don't forget, GU is bullish, but you have to know zones whereby market is reacting from. Overall, GU is bullish. So we now go to the 4-hour time frame to do what? To look for areas whereby markets could reject and react from. Do you understand? So on GU, right? This week, this trade I took now, let me be honest with you, it was not a win, it was a loss, right? So let me put it here like this. CPI took me out for no fucking reason, and it literally went my way. I was targeting, yeah, guys, can you even see how I'm very precise? What did market do when markets got to this resistance? Answer now. What's market when it reach this resistance on the monthly?
Rejected.
It's rejected. It rejected. I'm telling you, this is something that is very, very simple. Directional bias is not hard, and I wonder why people are just, maybe it's because me every 3 a.m. in the midnight, I'm always fucking back testing. I don't know. Maybe that's why I'm getting it very, very simple. So can you see, market got there immediately rejected. Now a lot of people might be like, okay, blah blah blah. Well, okay, if this pair change direction, it's going to come and clear all this liquidity that is here, which I'm highly believing that most USD pairs might actually change direction next week, because I don't know if you guys use DXY correlation. I'm not sure. Now look at something here too. Let's go to the 4-hour time frame. Let me explain these two trades I took. I gave Kosi this trade one time. He did not take it. That's why I don't know if you guys check his Twitter one day. He was yapping that he missed this one, he missed MXA, he missed GU. This was the trade I was telling him to take that day, that we even analyzed together, but the idiot did not take it. All right. Now, why did market not get here? If you go to the 4-hour time frame, very, very clear and sweet. What is this?
An order block.
This is an order block. Thank you, Kosi. A very beautiful order block. And I know that I don't want to neglect. Don't be a person that likes neglecting something. Do you understand? When I saw that market got, look at something again. What is this again?
Order
An
block.
order block. When market got there, did it not react?
Yes.
What is this again?
Order block.
When market got there, now they bust my brain. Bro, I've been in this game since age 14, and I know how much I've lost for me to be able to learn some things myself. I moved from support and resistance strategy. From support and resistance, I moved to ABCD strategy. I'm not sure if you guys know that. From ABCD, I moved to SMC. From SMC, I now moved to advanced smart money concept, which is SLP. Or people will call it Tonyaki strategy, but to me, it's SLP. But Tonyaki is also my mentor too. Grab. So exactly, that's what happened here. Markets got here. I took this buy. Look at something. What is this here? Is this not a breaker block?
Yeah.
Took the buy from this breaker. Market played out to give me a 14-hour trade. The next day, which was even on Friday, which I know I'm not meant to, because I have rules, I'm not meant to trade on Friday. But bro, this trade was too good to skip, and I have to break through sometimes in order for me to progress. And what happened? Market tapped in here, and I took this buy to give me a nice 16-hour. So that means under 2 days, how much did I make? That is 14.64 time plus 16.28, 30.92%. If you are risking 1% just a week, with this, bro, you are good for the whole month, because there are some people say that don't even do 1 to 2. So think about it. If you understand the directional bias, these things are going to be very, very simple. And you can see when markets got here, because let me even show you something. This is a very giant market structure shift on the 4-hour. Market structure shift. This is the inducement liquidity here. The inducement liquidity, this is it, right? Then our POI is here. taking the sell from here, we'll have taken the sell from here. How are we targeting? We're targeting the next level. So, man, no matter the time frame, bro, as far as you understand directional bias, you're freaking good to go. 9.27 hour, which is not me. I'm always doing at least 10. Because that 10, it will surely reach. What did I say? Can you see? It's very, very simple. This thing is not hard. And what happened after I got to this zone again? You can see on the 4-hour time frame, it's reacting from where? A 4-hour OB. Or you can even pick this breaker block that is there because it's in correlation with the what? With the OB. So, guys, can you see? It's something that is not hard. So, guys, you understand? All right, let's take a look at BTC first, right? So, we'll not confuse anybody here. I hope you guys are following. I hope the class is actually making sense. Hope you guys are following. Okay, thank you.
Yeah,
All
we
right.
are.
All right. Now, on BTCUSD, it's very, very simple. Fine. BTC is very bullish. It's a very, bullish pair. It creates new all-time highs and stuff. I get you. Fine. On the monthly time frame, it's reacting from where? Remember what I first told you? Look at where market rejected from. Where did it reject from? This support level, which was a resistance before. How? Rejection, rejection, rejection. Minimum of how many?
3.
No, minimum of 2, not 3. Let me show you.
Okay.
No. If I want swing trade, if I want a swing trade, I go dey swing trade because this is very easy. Rejection, rejection. Market don't break and retest. Buy from here to where? Where are you longing to? You are going to long to liquidate this high. Fine, I know that BTC is still bullish, but you have to understand where is market reacting from. We are traders that trade off reaction. Sorry, go back to the weekly. On that weekly, it was mark out this zone as a rejection zone. Don't use this yet because it's not body. I use rejection for bodies. Do you understand? That's why I picked this one here. All right. From there, we'll now go to our daily. Simple. So that we can have a point to focus on. And let me even break down one trade too that I took. I believe mostly everybody took this trade. Mostly everybody in this whole world took this trade. In this whole of Nigeria took this long. Can you see? BTC was what? BTC was bullish, right? And I waited for it to give me what the market structure shifts, right? To the upside. You can see all those kind of stuff. Markets gave it here. Then I took this buy, double break of structure, took this one, and this one again. We also took a lot of people they picked this POI, but no, they were wrong. I picked this one. There was a reason. Singular break of structure, but a lot of people did not see it. So we took this buy. So 19 RR, 19.57, and lastly
A lot of people did not
18.32.
see
Do the math. That's how many.
it. It's
Eh?
like almost 50 RR.
What do you talk? Eh? Yeah, almost 50 RR, like 60 something, if not. See this one too. 10, 15, 40, 40, 40 RR, 6. That one is not 19, but this one missed me. So you can see, just no directional bias, guys. I'm literally serious. That's why I mean, yesterday when I came to the group, I was looking at some. You can even ask Kosi, ask him. I don't like entering groups. I hate it. I'm a lone guy. I don't really like associating with other people like that, other traders. Ask him now. The first group where you had me, I don't come on myself. I come out now. But just let me see how this one go. Now, someone person they want me. So I they follow one the person back too. If they call me noob, I just they laugh. Kosi too for don they laugh where he did. Anyhow, sha. Taking a look at right BTC USD, right? On the Let's first go to the daily because I've already marked out our weekly rejection zone. So on the daily, this is where you guys were failing to understand something. This is a rejection point. Am I not correct? Let's zoom in very well. This is a rejection point. Rejection, rejection, rejection. Market did not want to get here. Why? Now go to the 4-hour time frame. What is this? What is this one? Sorry. What is this here?
4 hours order block.
4 hours order. Thank you. This is what. See, let me not even lie to you. I started selling from here. I've sold from here, Tete. This place. Now, look at something. This is a 4-hour order block where market is reacting from. And why did I know that this trade is going to be very valid to sell? This is a fair value
Rejections.
gap. Yeah, we have rejections. Can you see? Rejection, Guys, see, let me just tell you the truth. If you don't understand directional bias from today, after this, I don't know what you want to understand because this is the simplest way anybody can explain this thing to you. I came out plain, and this is my first and last I will be doing. I came out plain. I'm showing you everything that I normally use. All this one I see that okay, market did not respect it here because market probably went to go and tap a zone that is here. That's why. It's always respecting. Always. Always. It's with respect, no matter how. This is a Cosidimo. I don't know if you guys know the meaning of QMR. This is a Cosidimo here that market rejected from. So you guys can see this Simo ad. I wonder how. Okay, this class will end in the next 7 minutes because it is a 45 minutes class. Do you understand? I was meant to take my students today, but I sacrificed it for you guys because directional bias is one of the things that really confuses a lot of people. So this is the 4-hour zone that I saw that okay, market reject from. And what was I saying in the first place? This was a fair value gap / imbalance. And normally, if market suppose buy, market suppose disrespect this imbalance anyhow. What happened? It first respected it to give us what? Liquidity. Because those people that are selling from here, they were selling at the wrong point. Can you see? After that, market has already swept liquidity, and what happened? Market wants to start dumping again to come and clear out all this buy side liquidity that you have here. We understand market is not bearish. And let me now come and ask you guys this question. If market is selling, which place will you react from? Which zone will you react from? Because we're not more looking for resistance or support now, right? We're now looking for zones to react because you can see that market has already done what? Market has already rejected from this place. So we're expecting market to do what? Come and tap a zone to continue buying. Why? Because market is still bullish. Don't forget, market is bullish. So markets might not come back here again. But in the future, if markets come here, it will still respect this line that I'm drawing. In the next 50 years, if markets come back, it will still respect this line that I'm drawing here. So which zone are we meant to pick if market is to sell? Is it this zone here? Or this zone here? Or this zone here? I think a lot of people are in the chat. Is it the first, the second, or the third? I'm not looking for thank you. It's the second. Somebody said, how do you find confidence? That's not in today's class. I'm just teaching directional bias. So can you see? It's going to react from here. And if you even take a big picture of what market is currently doing, market already give us a 4-hour what? Double break of structure, a 4-hour inducement liquidity, a 4-hour point of interest, and what? We're now looking to long from here. To now do what? Long to this same rejection point. But market will break this rejection zone. Ask me why. Because it has already retested this level that is here. And market overall is bullish. The market probably take out this liquidity here. So now come and react from this other block that is here.
Hello, Pinjo. You're not looking. Sorry, just a little ago. Yeah, because I have pick already.